Let us do away with this question of xenophobia. Let us face the reality. Let us go to Hillbrow in Gauteng. Go and see there the sons and daughters of South African men, prominent men, police officers, principals, lawyers, nurses, and everyone. They are hobos. They are paras. They are called paras here. That is not xenophobia. Every man that was taught to be a man in their country, they would feel pain for that. Because you see a same boy that is the same age as your son. He's in drugs because of an illegal foreigner. Not all of them. But we are saying as South Africans, let us sort out our borders, because the problem starts with Home Affairs. Now, if you are going to address Home Affairs will give you technical answers and tick a box and give you formality speeches and all that nonsense. That's why we are in a strait, Mr. Ambassador. And now the biggest problem why we are here now today is because on Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah, it's Sunday. I was there. 17 May.
The Somalis had a gathering, and in their post they put a coat of arms, which is treason to use that, because you are sending the wrong message to other countries. You are actually telling the other countries that you have taken over the country. You are telling your brothers in Somali that South Africa belongs to you now, because you are using the coat of arms. We are not even supposed to play with that thing. It is a national symbol. It is a sacred national symbol. But your brothers, Mr. Ambassador, used it. And these guys in that meeting, they discussed my name. They said I'm supposed to be killed because I came up with the date, the 30 June 2026, to say all foreigners, Mr. Ambassador, all illegal foreigners and foreigners must come out of the country. We want to help the government, South African government, because we are voting for them. We are paying tax. We want to help them sort out the borders, Home Affairs, immigration, customs, and the policing system and border patrol. That is all we want to do. We are not saying, we have never said we are going to kill anyone. Since we started this march 1 year, 6 months ago, we've never killed anyone. We've never hit anyone. We are marching and showing the government that, government, please listen to us. We have problems in townships. We don't stay in areas like this. Somebody was killed yesterday in my village.
Poison food. And poison food. I'm telling you straight right now. Can you please, before the 30th of June, can you all people, Hambakaya, no, you are trying to prove yourself. You intimidated us and say that Nina nizokwenza nizohlangana niqhumisa ngamabhomu usho nina enkulumeni nibhale phansi basitholekelile phela no AI usitholekelile nathi undabandaba la uyena okunquma umhlaka 30 uzoyibona ufana nobani. We got the death threat around ourselves. We don't care. Christians have died in the dawn of democracy, but the liberation movement never allow us to continue to fight. We are not gonna tolerate the nonsense as a result of us, our death. But now we are here to tell you straight that we are sick and tired with the Somalians, with the Pakistanians, with all Nigerians and all illegal immigrants in this country. You have crowned your king in 17. I was there, present. I saw you. And then after that, you intimidated us. After that, and now you use even the symbol of liberational country, rebel nation country called South Africa, and you put our coat of arms in your logo, in your association. Then you are threatening South Africa that you are going to lead to be the mayor of this country and to be the president of this country. Why don't you do all your skill and calling us lazy? Why all your skill you have to do and to mistake in your own country? It's rubbish. We must hear We are here to respect the rule of law. If it was not according to the rule of law, we should have entered here and said to Otaran parts. As we are here, we want to make sure that you hear us. The memorandum is on our mouth. It's not on paper. Because we have marched more than 10 times, more than 100 times, and producing memorandums. And what happens? Zero. And I would ask my brothers and sisters here to have a voice. Because we are marching all over South Africa. And we are not being heard. Our president is quiet. Only Panyaza is making sense to this country. Mind you, is in Gauteng. And action must be taken. And we don't want you. We hate you. We hate you now. You made us to hate you. We love our African brothers, but you made us to hate you. So can you now leave us in peace? Can you make sure, please? I appreciate if you can go. Disappointing. It's highly disappointing. Nina masomala ngenibonga seniphumile zinja ngithi mina njengamanje ngoba siya kwi-embassy. You are allowed to be here in this country legally and also being an ambassadors, but they will flatter. They will flatter what is important is a straightforward message that your people that you are being grouping together say that you are representing your Somalis in South Africa. They are doing crime in all the cities of this country. All corners of Amalogishi, they are there. All corners of our cities, they are there. They are sleeping in their shop. They are and poison food. I'm telling you straight right now. Can you please, before the 30th of June, can you all people Hambakaya. No, you are trying to prove yourself. You intimidated us and say that Nina nizokwenza nizohlangana niqhumisa ngamabhomu usho nina enkulumeni nibhale phansi basitholekelile phela no usitholekelile nathi undabandaba la uyena okunquma umhla ka30 uzoyibona ufana nobani. We got a death threat around ourselves. We don't care. Christians have died in the dawn of democracy, but the liberation movement never allow us to continue to fight. We are not gonna tolerate the nonsense as the result of our death. But now we are here to tell you straight that we are sick and tired with the Somalians, with the Pakistanians, with Nigerians and all illegal immigrants in this country. You have crowned your king in Sentin. I was there, present. I saw you. And then after that, you intimidated us. After that, and now you use even the symbol of reparational country, reparation country called South Africa, and you put our coat of arms in your logo, in your association. Then you are threatening South Africa that you are going to lead to be the mayor of this country and to be the president of this country. Why don't you do all your skill and calling us lazy? Why all your skill you have to do and to mistake in your own country? It's rubbish. We are here to respect the rule of law. If it was not according to the rule of law, we should have entered here and said to put around pants. As we are here, we want to make sure that you hear us. The memorandum is on our mouth. It's not on paper, because we have marched more than 10 times, more than 100 times, and producing memorandums. And what happens? Zero. And I would ask my brothers and sisters here to have a voice, because we are marching all over South Africa and we are not being heard. Our president is quiet. Only Panyaza is making sense to this country. Mind you, is in Gauteng, and action must be taken. And we don't want you we hate you. We hate you now. When you made us to hate you. We love our African brothers, but you made us to hate you. So can you now leave us in peace? Can you make sure, please? I appreciate if you can go.
You want them? What do you want from us then?
The answer. When are we going to get the answer? Sorry?
We will journal where it's possible.
Okay.
But according to your perspective point of view, is it right that what you're doing, you put our coat of arms into your logo?
You use a national symbol.
In the national symbol.
Yeah. Where are these people?
But you must respond to
Where
that.
are these people who did that?
You must respond to that.
We are here.
You don't know.
Is it the right thing to crown your king?
We are going to
crown your
find
king.
that. You see, that is the problem. That is where we have a problem. You see, because
my name. Please, can you respond? Use the coat of arms of this country and you take the respond. I can't please. Can you please
no. Asimtshele lo baba. Please. You see, we understand the language barrier, but please take these things serious. Trust me. Take these things serious. Take what we are doing serious. Take the complaints serious. All right, because we are helping this government. This government is being captured by people who are coming to this country, planning to take this country over. Your people are planning to take this country, and we cannot allow that. Some people who are staying in fancy houses, they can live with that because they have security and everything. We know what's going on in the sea. We know what your people do in the sea. They hijack ships. With full of guns and missiles and everything. The ships are missing in the harbor because these people, your people, are planning to take over this country. And we are saying as men, we would rather die than to see that. And if a man is prepared to die, he's more dangerous. He's more dangerous. We are more dangerous now that we have laid our lives. Do you understand right now what we are doing? We are putting our lives in danger. We are putting our children's lives in danger. We are putting our wives in danger. And we are ready. People must know we are ready. The government of South Africa that is allowing this nonsense and giving you halls and apartments to conduct these nonsenses, they must know we are ready.
And you must come out of the closet that you are paying Julius Malema so much, millions, so that he can protect you.
He will never protect you. Julius Malema will never protect any foreigner in this country. He's just a Mickey Mouse opening his mouth too much. He doesn't know. He has no idea what we are. I'm not talking for everyone. I'm talking about where I'm coming from. It's just a whistle away. We have the war. We got the war. We are warriors. We are men. We are soldiers. We are police of this country, and we are ready to defend it.
You can do everything, but you can't play with that.
Athi igama lami nguNkosikhona ngiphakela umthakathi ngokwandabandaba.
Okay. So nizelana namhlanje, did you get what you were hoping for?
Actually today was this embassy, visiting of the embassy was not the intention of today. We went to court and then decided ukuthi asize sizobona i-embassy, sizocela laba abe-embassy ukuthi njengoba kuza umhla ka-30 June sicela ukuthi kube umsebenzi wabo abantu be-embassy ukuthi bethutha abantu babo bebahambisa nokuzobakhombisa futhi nokuzogcizelela ukuthi asikho xenophobic and asikho tribalistic. That's why besihleli phansi sikhuluma nabo as a sign of peace and respect ukuthi sithi siyacela njengoba i-embassy ikhona i-embassy akube umsebenzi wayo ukuthatha bonke abantu bakubo ibahambisa, akungabe ngathi bayahlaselwa abantu ngoba ikhona i-embassy and i-embassy nje obuyibona nawe ayibiyelwe nge-electric fence yonke indawo, akuhlali kunamaphoyisa awu-2000 bayihlalela nje bodwa kanje. Uma ke i-South Africa is xenophobic, why le embassy la? South Africa is xenophobic, why are they still here in the country? We are not xenophobic. We are trying to fix our country. We are standing up as men and saying, sifuna ukulungisa izwe lethu. So ke sicela abantu beke besidedele ngesintu noma ungaya ngisho ezweni labo. They will never perform their rituals while you are there.
Can you explain indaba ye date 30 of June? What's that deadline? Why does it exist?
We started in January telling abantu bokufika ukuthi they need to give us space, we need to sort out our things ezweni lethu. So ke sithi ngomhla ka 30 June usuku lokugcina sikhuluma nomuntu sithi hamba uye ngakini ngoba thina siyobe sesiqala imisebenzi yethu yangaphakathi ezweni. So ke asifuni ukushayisana nomuntu sibe senza into zethu zangaphakathi ezweni.
When you say into zangaphakathi, just tell us more.
Sizobe si hold party bethu accountable Home Affairs. We want to talk to Home Affairs. We want to talk to immigration. We want to talk to Border Management Authority. We want to talk to our police system and Amasosha in Navy. We want to have meetings with those people. We don't want when we're having those meetings and sisane problem yabantu figure, because when we instruct Home Affairs to go and sort out the problem of borders, we want to say that to them, and they must be dealing with South Africans and proper people who are coming into the country. So that's why that's it.
So it seems like a lot of the issues you're raising, it's issues to do with the government. We're talking about crime, that's policing. We're talking about border management, that's also a government issue. Why the focus on the embassies and the immigrants as opposed to the government?
Because all these crimes involve immigrants. They involve illegal immigrants and foreigners. So we are saying let them get off the way so that we can deal with these things alone. So that's why.
But how will you identify, for example, if someone is a documented person or undocumented?
What do you mean?
Illegal or illegal, documented, and how will you identify? For example, if someone is in the country, how will you know what they are here legally or not?
They must say it. They must say it. That's why we talk to them. That's why we are peaceful. That's why we walk up to them and we ask them. And that's how they should be honest, because they are in the country. They must respect the country and tell us the truth. If he's here legally or not legally, then they must say. And we are also, when we are working, we also work with police. All our videos are with police. And in small towns, we also invite customs, immigration, and Home Affairs. So, and if we identify them, then we take that list and we send it to Home Affairs.
A list of people who are
that we are counted, yes.
Okay. And let's say now, you as you mentioned, you're going to go to lots of different provinces. What do you see as the final outcome after all of these activities?
The country must come back, Siswam. The country must come back to the people that it belongs to. So that is the outcome. That's what we want. That's the mission. It's not something that we are going to do over 1 year or 2 years. It's going to be some time. But the country must come back. The government, even Ramaphosa, must get to a point where when he opens his mouth, he talks about South Africans and he talks about the real issues, that there's 8 million young people that are not working in South Africa. It is not xenophobia. It is the 8 million unemployed people, youth. And if youth is not, you must remember, if somebody starts working at the age of 24, that person pays tax until they are 65. That means the country benefits in employing young people. So if young people are not working, that means the country's economy is going down. So that is the outcome. That's the outcome we want. And you go to, and now, right now, as a journalist, I can take you to one of the truck companies here. Right now, 50% of the people that are working there are foreigners, undocumented foreigners. Now, that is the outcome we want. We want those people out of the shop as soon as they're out of that company. That is the outcome we are anticipating, because those 50 people they're supposed to be South African, because driving a truck is not a scarce skill.
Do you think the government is responding to what you are saying? Are they engaging with you guys at all?
Most of the leaders, because of the neglect and the people of South Africa have let this thing go for a very long time. The leaders have gone to a defensive stance, and they've gone to a very arrogant stance. And when we started this, they first said, no, this thing is going to last 2 weeks. As soon as they saw it going for 6 months, they start saying these things are going to turn into violence. When they saw that it went for a year without violence, they start changing it and said it's tribal and it's xenophobia. So we see all these developments that they are coming with. It's because it's coming out of arrogance. It's because people have stole the money from the taxpayers' money. They've stole so much from South Africa. They are so rich that they think this thing can change South Africa. What we are doing can change South Africa. South Africa is going to change. South Africa is going to accept this. South Africa is going to take this into their arms without fighting, without a war, without violence. But people are going to take their country back, definitely.
Hello good people, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, please make sure you do the right thing. You press that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Good people, please comment your thoughts below. Tell us what do you think after watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Kulungile, bye. See you on the next one.